Congratulations on being newly listed on the CSE.
Well, welcome back to our viewers tuning into another newly listed on the CSE clip. I'm Anil Mall. Of course, I represent the Canadian Securities Exchange. And today I am speaking with Dr. Aleksandar Mišković. He is the CEO of Terra Balcanica Resources, trades under the symbol TERA, listed at the end of June. So Aleksandar, thank you so much for your time today. I hope you're well.
Good morning, Anil, and to you and your viewers, thank you so much for having me on.
Of course. Now, welcome to the Canadian Securities Exchange. And I'm curious, and I'm sure our viewers are too, what is the vision behind Terra Balcanica Resources? What do you do?
Terra Balcanica is a junior Canadian mining company that operates in Bosnia and Serbia. This is where we acquired and currently are exploring a portfolio of high-grade lead, zinc, silver, copper, gold targets over about 366 square kilometers of land tenure. We capitalize upon a wealth of historical geology data and try to apply cutting-edge exploration techniques to really rapidly develop compelling drill targets and bring value to our shareholders. The primary focus of ours is aimed at the only Bosnian mineralized igneous complex, in other words, a suite of rocks that we have claimed in eastern Bosnia. It's called the Gorzanic project, and it's a part of a very prolific oligomycene western Tethyan metallogenic belt. This particular tract of rocks that expands all the way through the Balkans into Greece, Turkey, and then onwards into Asia, just between Bosnia and Greece, features 4 very prospective porphyry copper districts. And we are exactly, we believe, in the right neck of the woods to find some more of these lucrative, shallow, high-grade deposits in Serbia and Bosnia. In Serbia, we have 2 licenses called Kaludra and Ceovište. They feature both bonanza-grade lead-zinc service geochemistry and multi-ounce gold assays from grab samples that our team was able to collect. Both licenses are drill ready and that we hope to test in Q1 and Q2 of next year.
Thank you for that breakdown, Aleksandar. I mentioned earlier as we started off, the company listed late in June. What was your strategy behind going public with this?
Right, so it was a very carefully thought out strategic decision to do all the boots on the ground work while we were still in the private stage. So the corporate development during the greenfield exploration stage was conducted while we were still private. That period of time lasted for about 16 months or so. We managed to raise about $2 million during that period and really painstakingly layered geological evidence, geophysical evidence, geochemical evidence to define these drill targets. Once this task was completed and the company was ready to commence drill testing our hypotheses, of course, focused on these priority gold, silver, as well as lead, zinc, and copper targets, we found it necessary to expose ourselves to the wider pool of investors and found that Canadian Securities Exchange really fit the bill perfectly. We found the process to be very streamlined. The going public procedure was effective, very expeditious, and we found that CSE and Terra Balcanica were a perfect fit for each other. Got finally listed on the 20th of June of this year, and with a concurrent going public financing of $2.45 million Canadian.
Aleksandar, why don't we jump into your background? How did you get into this space?
Well, I'm originally from this neck of the woods. I'm originally from Bosnia, Canadian citizen since 1995, and I'm a trained geochemist. I have been an academic for the better part of my career until 2015, when I decided to switch over to the corporate side and worked for Med Gold Resources, another junior Vancouver-based explorer that focused on this part of the European land. Then worked for Rio Tinto for about 2-3 years in California, and then finally decided to develop this property of that currently Terra owns on my own. So I lead the technical team, and at Terra Balcanica, I'm very proud to be leading a team consisting of Samuel Vaughn and Mike Kelly, two young and aspiring geologists that I'm very proud of. Obviously, I have a regional metallogenic background as well. And I also report to the board of directors that consist of very proven corporate finance experts that are specialized in multi-commodities resource space. So I'm fortunate to be able to financially be supported, and me and my team, by people who believe in our vision and are there to follow us through. The team was instrumental in financing TERA, this team of financing experts. Our board was instrumental in terms of financing us throughout 2020 and 2021. And of course, all of your viewers and other folks can find so much more about us and our individual technical strengths, as well as financing expertise on our corporate website, terrabresources.com.
Great. Now, obviously, I want to talk a little bit about how your company and your technical team, differs from some of your peers that might be in the same region.
That's a great question. And this part of the European Western Tethyan Belt is no stranger to Western companies that explore for various types of commodities. We like to highlight that fact and say that both Serbia, Greece, Northern Macedonia, and as well as lately Bosnia are hosts to the likes of Vale, Rio Tinto, Dundee Precious Metals, Mundoro Capital, Terra Balcanica Resources, Adriatic Metals, etc., etc. So how do we differ from the rest of the pack? Well, I think Terra Balcanica offers a competitive operational advantage due to strong regional experience of our management team. I think we combine a group of operationally driven professionals from the board down to the technical level who are either from the Balkans or know the language and the customs and the lay of the land. We offer an ability to quickly assess and acquire prospective tracts of land, test their potential to host high-grade deposits, and then obviously either explore them further or pass them on. Having said this, we do not do things hastily. We emphasize a very prudent and responsible engagement with the local communities and stakeholders according to the very highest of Canadian industry standards, and are really truly committed to proactively implement sustainable health, safety, and environmental management. Our license to operate in both Serbia and Bosnia is absolutely unquestionable, both at the governmental level and also at the municipal level.
The company just recently put out some news as well. I think you guys have a program that you've begun. Can you talk to us a little bit about that? And then are there any other milestones that our viewers can expect from you and your team in the coming months?
Exactly. So just this week, yesterday, we issued our first technical press release that speaks of the trenching that was conducted and the results from on one of our targets within the flagship Via Gorzanic project. So yes, this is a very exciting time for Terra Balcanica. We are currently wrapping up the first pass drilling program at the flagship Bosnian property. Close to 2,000 meters or so drilling will have been executed by the end of October of this year and on two different targets. One target is a polymetallic vein-hosted epithermal system, and the other one is more about gold, zinc, base metal skarn with a very promising underlying porphyry target. We plan to deploy drill rigs in Serbia as well within the next 3 to 4 months. And all of this will result in a very steady news flow from 3 different projects over the next 6 months that we hope to be basically creating numerous value catalysts for the current and the new shareholders.
Got it. Now, you mentioned this earlier, but I want to encourage our viewers to, go to the website for the company, obviously read up on your technical team's backgrounds, your project, and especially sign up for your upcoming press releases so they can keep up with your progress. So what is your website again?
So Terra Balcanica can be located on Terra, that's TERRA B Resources. So terrabresources.com. We're also present on all of the social media platforms. So we have an Instagram and Twitter page, as well as a Facebook account. We frequently post our press releases and the company and corporate updates on LinkedIn as well. So all of that is available from our TerraBResources.com webpage that can be readily accessible by your viewers.
Aleksandar, I want to thank you for taking the time to join us today. Talk to not only myself but our viewers a little bit about the company, its vision, team. Like I mentioned earlier, I want to encourage everyone to go to your website and read up and obviously reach out if they have more questions or are interested in talking further. To everybody watching, you've been listening to Dr. Aleksandar Mišković. He is the CEO of Terra Balcanica Resources on the Canadian Securities Exchange. Aleksandar, I look forward to hosting you on again soon and talking more on your progress from your team.
Thank you so much, Anil. It was great to share these 10 minutes with you, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much.
Great. Cheers.